It's dead. Bring back the Undertaker. Nothing can revive this. Not even a Brock Lesnar, a Roman Reigns. SmackDown is dead. Forget about Netflix era. This is the dead jobber era. Rest in conscience. Let's get into it. Now, why do you think SmackDown is dead? I feel I have no faith in WrestleMania. I feel when they picked Cody Rhodes to be the champion, they had no plans for Cody Rhodes. So I'm not going through this. This is not a review per se. This is an analysis. This is a thematic analysis. So there's not a few, there's several themes I have. And then we can go into it. So I have no faith in WrestleMania. The only person, that's a bit of a lie, the only person I have faith is a bit of Jey Uso. I want him to win. It's a shame he's going for the secondary jobber title with Gunther, but it is what it is. Let's see what the build up is. Either way, we're going to be happy for Jey. But with Cody, compared to The Rock, how it was last year, and the build up in WrestleMania season, it is abysmal, it is atrocious, it is right awful. Okay, so let me go through the themes now. There's championship, there's potluck booking. Triple H has no balls. Wasting talent down the drain. No chance for people to get over. The floaters. Manufactured hype. Positioning. So let's start with the first one, championships. Does the championships mean anything? If it did, the women's championship match would have been at the end, but they didn't. They did this convoluted thing with Trish Stratus, Candice LeRae, all this kind of stuff, which does not matter, and making Tiffany look like a weak ass bitch. We knew that she was weak as a character, but people are mesmerized with the little pretty moonsault and the next. I'm gonna call the next. You know how Brock Lesnar was the next big thing, next blonde thing. That is the pattern. They pick a blondie person or a brunette to be that kind of person who people like, and the fans like. There you go. Again with the championship, why is Cody Rhodes doing side 10 million missions, but we should really care about the championship? No one cares. Also, Shinsuke Nakamura, he hasn't even defended properly his US title, but that's another story. Get into potluck booking. Now, I'm from the UK. Potluck means different things. Potluck is when you have, if you go into the office and everyone brings a dish to work and everyone eats from it. Potluck. Now, everyone's trying to bring something, but it's just the quality is not there. And when we go potluck booking, it's like you have a salad bowl, you bring a piece of chicken, you bring a lasagna, you bring that. There's no cohesion. Now, when they had 2 hours of SmackDown, I would have been okay. Don't have much time. They knew they're gonna have 3 hours for a very long time. There is enough time and enough PLEs to get everyone over. There's enough time they can use to get everybody over. They're not utilizing the time, and it's all confusion. The pacing of events, these backstage segments, things are just out of place. Like the Jade segment of having Nick Aldis and having Naomi looking at a video, which doesn't make 10 years later. Why does it take like 10 years for that video to come? Doesn't make sense. What's happening with this portal? Because if that's the case, is this like the portal where superstars can just cross over? Why can't Kamala Hayes cross over to Raw and have an Intercontinental Championship match with Braun Strowman? That would be a good rivalry. Why don't you have that? But you don't want to do that. It's really annoying. Triple H has no balls. Why do I say this? Because of his booking. If Triple H had balls, he would not produce predictability. He would not do silly things like Charlotte Flair going for Tiffany Stratton and probably putting her over. This is stupid. We know that Tiffany is not ready to be even a champion. Where there's worthy competitors like Naomi, Io Sky, even Dakota Kai. There's just worthy more. There's just worthy more champions, more worthy champions out there, and it's just, I think he tried to have a bit of balls with Jay, and if there's conviction of him being now the contender going into WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble winner, but he hasn't got balls all across the balls, all across the board to make things exciting, where there is so much talent to take. Now let's go into the next bit. Wasting talent down the drain. You have LA Knight. You have Kamala Hayes, if I can say his name as Kamala Hayes. You have all this talent. You have him Meechin. You have Street Profits. You have Chelsea Green. And you have all these great talent who can do things, and you have 3 hours and you can't book them right. Now, I hate to be one of those reviewers or analysts, but I'm one of them. Where you go back to Attitude Era, from up and down the card, you were entertained and you could hear the crowd. This is not the same. It's not. It's just not great. It's not a great thing to see. It's really upsetting. And then what's really upsetting is that you release talent like Brad Davenport. You didn't even give a try. So what's the point? I think I said in my other videos, you train them through NXT. Now you're having a new TMU, is it TMU or Tubi kind of series of the pre-NXT people. People don't even get into NXT. You're just creating content for the sake of content since we're in the content era. Then you got NXT. Then you bring them to main roster, and then you get rid of them. It doesn't make sense. You're wasting thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds on talent. What you're not even going to use, and you got talent. So use the talent what you have and try to get them over in an organic way and not manufactured. Because what happens, you let them peak too early. I give you an example like Carmella. She peaked too early. She got women's championship, and she just has a generic character, like, of a sport rich person from Staten Island, a bit obnoxious. Every other woman's character is like that. There's no differentiation. The only people I see differentiation is Tony Storm, and Tony Storm's on AEW and MMA. They have distinct characters. Here you don't. So why are we not getting? And then the women's wrestling has to resort to twerking to get a reaction, from Michin to Naomi and stuff like. Naomi would be doing innovative like moves, but no one cares. She's doing all these flips, she's doing things on the ring, she has the great gear, and no one really cares too much. But what I really liked in SmackDown for Naomi, people were saying, yeah, people care about her still, and I think that keeps her on the roster, and obviously her association via marriage to the bloodline and stuff like that. Come on, man, we need to give a chance to get people over, because it's the booking. It's absolutely, no, it's too late with Kamala Hayes now. It's too late with Kamala Hayes. You made him be a jobber, and now you're trying to be, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to Maza, that Chinese, the Japanese wrestler. Then you're gonna get, what's your name, R-Truth. No. You should have got bodies on Kamala Hayes at the beginning to book him strong and do that portal thing, but you didn't. And now we see him as a jobber. Just as soon as Andrade, we just see them as utility players. Everybody in most of the wrestling, if they're not top guys, they're just utility. Yeah, here you go. A good hand here, a good hand there. No, I want distinct characters, man. It's upsetting, man. All the women played a similar character, all the men played the same character. I'm gonna beat you. I respect you. I'm gonna beat you for the title. Blah 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 blah. Back in the day, you had proper gimmicks like, even Randy Orton, when he had the Legend Killer, it was something. He killed legends. You know what I mean? Or Evolution. Or, it was something. DX, it was something. Even the Shield was the last kind of thing. That there was a look, there was a gimmick, there was something. What makes them distinct, not generic indie wrestler RS. It's upsetting me and my homegirls, man. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. Right. I said floaters. Next bit. No purpose. What was the purpose of Drew McIntyre? What was his character apart from bitching and moaning? We had this for nearly 2 years now. They tried to make him bulletproof. They tried to make him like a Miz. Like a Miz can go from top of the card and the bottom of the card, and it doesn't affect how we see him as a legend. He's already a Hall of Fame in our eyes. That's the same thing what they can do with Rey Mysterio. He can't turn heel, Rey Mysterio, but he can go. He can do a main event. He can be at bottom of the card, and it doesn't affect his stock or standing. There's a few wrestlers are like that, right? They tried to make Drew McIntyre like that, but now it's running out. Now you have a star. We all have star, and we're not believing in him because you're not booking him properly, and he's just a floater, just comes in. And this is what you do with your champion, Cody Rhodes. He's getting into like, I'm going to get involved in tag matches, this and that. Apart from me thinking about the championship. I don't care about the championship now. I don't care who he's going to face. It's generic. Everything is so generic. Damien Priest, what's the point of Damien Priest now? He left the job in Judgment Day. What is his, what new rivalries can he have? There's so much wrestlers in both brands and this portal. Why don't they do that? And they have the time to develop them, but they don't. Let me tell you something what people don't want to talk about. The sacrifice and the lack of foresight of the bloodline storyline is what people, the lack of foresight of just concentrating a whole nearly 5 years on one storyline. You sacrifice everything and no backup plan, no A. That was the A plan, no B plan, no C plan. And this is what happened. You made everyone just pure generic. Even making Street Profits generic now. Everyone's generic, man. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. Now, WWE is McDonald's. No substance. It's just food, but there's no substance. It's just wrestling show, but no substance. And whether we like it or not, right now what I'm seeing on AEW is 10 times better, which is happening on WWE. People don't want to admit it because we're all WWE fangirls and fanboys, but the creativity and the standard of the wrestling is so far superior compared to WWE, AEW, and because people just have a go at Tony Khan or just have a dislike to him, they're not giving him his credit where it's due when it comes to booking and building stars. Triple H doesn't know how to build proper stars in this era. He got away with it in NXT and it made a transition, that golden era from like 2016 onwards, but not now. It doesn't know. Tony Khan has produced more stars, and then the WWEs are taking their stars. Explain that. Explain that to me now. Talk to me nicely. So the manufactured hype bit. So because the standard of wrestling is so bad, they do manufactured things to get hype and get reaction out of fans, like the pacing of promos. When I talk like that, it's a great day to be in X town. Yes, that's usually happens mostly with some of the faces that do the cheap pop. But then it's like, and I did this, and then they wait for a reaction, and then we do this, and this is what we're gonna do, and then lastly, on Sunday I'm going to come for you, and it's just generic.com. It's just generic, like. There's no proper back and forth. I did see a bit of LA Knight and Miz going back and forth a little bit, but it was just a bit awkward because I think they went on for too long. But apart from that, there's no like fire back and forth promo. I was watching a documentary of Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, and when they had the storyline of the custody of Dominic Mysterio. When Eddie was doing his promos, you can feel the passion. That passion about like this is he's fighting for his son. There was a good storyline. They did the vignettes, they did the character work. You have all this airtime. You can't do proper vignettes. No one's going to people's houses. They're having billions of pounds, pumped in. Where is the production? Back in the day, you have Eddie Guerrero bringing his car. You go to Triple H will go to Randy Orton's house, or Randy Orton goes to Triple H's house. All that kind of stuff. DDP used to go to Undertaker's house, see backstories, what's happening, people going to jail, the ambulance, this and that, things happening backstage. There was some creative money. going through. There is spectacles going through. Stone Cold was having like beer and ambulance and milk things and explosions. What's going on with the budget? The budget ain't budgeting. There's no spectacle apart from a bit of pyro here and there. And so let me just go back to all of the themes I talked about today. I don't have no faith in WrestleMania. I don't feel excited about WrestleMania. I don't really care about WrestleMania. I thought I was going to do like a live stream or do something about it. No. Championship, we don't care about championship or positioning. It's just a prop now. Potluck booking, full of different things. There's no cohesion and there's no foresight into the future. Triple H doesn't have the balls to take risks. They race their talent down the drain and then they just cut them. They're just wasting money. I think they're just printing money. There's no chance for everybody on the card to organically get over, because mostly when they come up or they do things, they're always booked like a jobber. And if they even book like a jobber, they're not entertaining. Or it's very manufactured. The floaters, no purpose. The Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Solo Sikoa, Shinsuke Nakamura. Manufactured hype, just like boy bands. You get them to get high, and then they're gonna have a big crashing down when they break up. It's Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley. Who was overhyped? Cody Rhodes a little bit. I do like Cody, but he's a bit overhyped now. Right. And at this point, whether we like it or not, AEW is better than WWE. And you just gotta take it, because you can't teach that. This is the Wrestling Conscience. If you made it this far, please give me some comments and likes, because I know you're watching. I know you see me watching me, and I see you watching you. So, boy, your body's calling. The dedication is killing me. Please just help the channel, because I'm not doing daily content for a while. I don't even feel inspired to do more content more than I used to do. I used to do content like once or twice a day, but I'm just going to keep it for now until we get close to WrestleMania, and I'll do my editing like stuff, and then I'm going to put it out there. But thank you so much for the support so far, and take it easy. Rest in conscience, over and out.